far as inspiration concerned, I think Australia being young, and there is a certain energy that you feel, oh, you can do anything really. You just create your own recipe. Spiritually, Akira means in Japanese sun and moon, which means light. Well, I arrived in Sydney when I was 20 on working holiday visa, and working as a waitress, kitchen hand, tour guide, and so on 15 years ago. Then I decided that I would like to actually get involved something more creative. And that's when I enrolled myself at fashion college in Sydney. I'm based in Sydney, which is really multicultural, city, and I tend to actually be away from, the idea of, oh, it's got to be that, it's got to be this. When I design, I try to be as free-spirited as possible. I respect the fact that Australia being so far away, and a lot of designers really now, especially new generation, there is some fresh power which is a sort of willingness to find its own culture. Nowadays, I believe that it really doesn't matter where you are, as long as you are willing to travel with what you do. That's all that counts. Really.
Do you take your collection to Paris?
Yeah.
When do you exhibit in Paris? In October and
October and March.
Are you an artist or a designer? How do you characterize yourself?
Bit of both. I mean, I'm determined that I'm a designer, and then who design collection. But then I have a love for art. Within my collection, there is always an element that which I feel true to myself, and then there is other part of it which is maybe commercially oriented. There is a different level of emotional stage that I go through while designing it. Sometimes it's like extreme pain maybe, or sometimes extreme joy. Designing for me is a form of self-expression, so I do it for myself first of all, and then imagine who could wear what I believe that at the moment, how I feel right
so
now.
So you're not looking at the woman first, and then you're saying
not really. I look at myself first. So source of inspiration, whatever you're going through. It has to be practical for female. I mean, it's also have to be flattering really on the body. The inspiration comes from me, within myself, but then when I get to this stage, determining that, or deciding that what to be in the collection, and then it comes to pricing and then so on,
then it becomes
and then it's not my thing really. Yeah, I'm pretty much detached in that area really.
With the Japanese styles that I've seen, I don't see this overt sexuality. I see more mystery.
Yeah.
How do you explain that?
I think it's a lot to do with styling. Traditionally, Japanese clothes are shapeless. It's called kimono. It's based on square format as far as construction concerned, and also the relationship between the fabric and the body. The room. When there is a room, between body and the fabric, then fabric somehow moves. That gives some spontaneous sort of a design like itself. Idea of covering is seductive. When you hide things, something unseen,
yes,
which makes you feel you want to see it. And for me, that's more desirable than actually showing everything. Definitely see myself being heavily influenced by Japanese culture in that sense, or East. But at the same time, I believe in something new. I'm not designing kimono. I am designing something for 21st centuries. Couture dresses are done in a way of maybe draping on mannequin so that actually, it shapes beautifully according to the body shape, maybe. Whereas Japanese are more set about the shape, really. Yeah.
They're not worried about the shape.
No, not at all. But more focused on color and texture, fabric itself. So yeah, so I'm really interested in mixing those two, elements and then fuse them to create something new. Usually inspiration is sourced while I travel, like when I'm in India, for example, and visit some hand embroiderers,
so you see
and then see what they're happening, and then suddenly that there's ideas, for instance, and then I come back and then start receiving swatches of fabric in a small swatch, and then I sort of bring all those little swatches together, and then that's when
it talks to you.
That's when I can start actually mix things, and then colors and so on. Exactly what it could be, what or position, for example. If it's some sort of partially textured fabric, then where it could be, sort of thing. And if there's a partially volumed fabric, then maybe it wouldn't be fantastic if there's some volume on the shoulder, for instance. And then that's how I can start sketch, and then
you build from there.
Yeah. Australia being young, and there is a certain energy that you feel, you can do anything really. You just create your own recipe.